over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry bulldozes past him. Derrick Henry all alone. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Hey, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete.
Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Chiefs are going to get him. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
42-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They're starting rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The toss right to Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. His throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Kansas City defense took the throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Henry, incomplete. It's 4th down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I mean.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Chiefs 7.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, here's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st down, Chiefs.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He was from the 26. They'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Brings up
Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 22, Derek.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. The ball comes out.
That's good.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard line.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Obviously a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
They're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellow.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score, Chargers 17. Chiefs.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Kansas City.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and that's caught inside the 30, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Looking for the end zone. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Got it out on the left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And at the 25-yard line, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. Blankenship's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Blankenship out to kick off. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Once more, here's Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 44, Newton on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Room here to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This one complete downfield on the left side. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Derrick Henry.
Justin Coleman brings him down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. 16 yards, a first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 43 yards. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
A 3-yard.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 46-yard line.
On the ground is Eckler, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Punching it in from a yard away, and the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The 20-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. Time up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Newton to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
It's now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he can't hang on to it. That one is sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.